title. She paid an ex-army soldier to pretend to be her boyfriend, but he wasn't ready for what followed. Studio intro, hook. What would you do if your future was decided for you? If the people meant to protect you were the ones forcing you into something you feared? For Emily Carter, love was never the problem. Control was. And the man chosen for her was not someone she could trust. So she made a desperate decision. She hired a man, an ex-soldier, a stranger with a past full of shadows, a man who didn't believe in love, only survival. But what started as a simple arrangement turned into something neither of them saw coming. Clapperboard Scene 1, A Life Decided. The Carter estate stood in silence, polished marble floors, reflecting the soft glow of chandelier lights. Everything about it screamed perfection. Everything except Emily. She stood in front of her mirror, adjusting a dress she didn't choose for a life she didn't want. Downstairs, voices echoed. Her parents. Preparing. Planning. Deciding. Just like always. Her mother's voice cut through the air. Emily, they'll be here soon. Emily closed her eyes. They. The Hale family. And more importantly, Victor Hale. The man she was expected to marry. She whispered to herself, "This isn't my life." But even as she said it didn't feel true. Because every time she tried to fight back, her father reminded her, "This family didn't build everything we have for you to throw it away." Clapperboard Scene 2, The First Crack. Dinner was suffocating. Victor sat across from her, calm, composed, watching her like she was already his. "Emily," he said smoothly, "you've been quiet." She forced a smile. "Just tired." Victor leaned back. "You'll get used to it." "To what?" "To us." The way he said it. Possessive. Final. Like it wasn't a question. Her stomach tightened. Across the table, her father, Jonathan Carter, spoke firmly. "This partnership benefits both families." Partnership. Not marriage. Not love. A transaction. Emily's hands clenched beneath the table. "I'm not interested in a partnership." Silence fell. Sharp. Dangerous. Her father's expression hardened. "You don't get to be interested. You get to understand responsibility." Clapperboard Scene 3, The Decision. That night, Emily sat on her bed, staring at her phone. Her heart pounded as she opened a contact she had saved, but never dared to use. Ryan Cole. Ex-military. Private security. The kind of man people called when things got dangerous. She typed. Deleted. Typed again. "I need your help. I'm willing to pay." 3 dots appeared. Then, "What kind of help?" She swallowed. "I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend." A pause. Longer this time. Then, "Why?" Her fingers trembled. "Because if I don't, I'll be forced to marry someone I don't trust." Another pause. Then, "Tomorrow, 6 p.m., don't waste my time." Clapperboard Scene 4, The Man WHO Smile. The bar was dim. Quiet. The kind of place where no one asked questions. Emily spotted him immediately. Ryan Cole. He didn't look like someone you approached casually. He looked like someone you approached carefully. Broad shoulders, still posture, eyes that scanned everything without moving much at all. She walked up slowly. "Ryan." He didn't answer right away. Instead, he studied her. Not rudely. Not curiously. Strategically. "You're early," he said. "I didn't want to be late." "Good." She sat. "I need protection." "I heard. And I need you to make it look real." He leaned back slightly. "I don't pretend. I'll pay you double." That made him pause. Money isn't the issue. Then what is? He held her gaze. I don't step into situations I don't understand. She leaned forward. My family is forcing me into a marriage. The man is powerful, controlling, and I don't feel safe. Ryan's expression didn't change, but something in his eyes did. All right, he said. Hash clapperboard scene 5, terms of survival. We do this my way, Ryan said. Emily nodded. Explain. Rule 1, you don't lie to me. Fine. Rule 2, you listen when I say something is a threat. She hesitated. Okay. Rule 3, if things escalate, I don't walk away. She blinked. Why? His answer was quiet. Because that's not what I was trained to do. Hash clapperboard scene 6, the reveal. The Hill family arrived right on time. Of course they did. Emily stood beside her parents, her pulse racing. Then, the front door opened again. Ryan walked in. Uninvited. Unbothered. Controlled. Margaret Carter gasped softly. Emily, who is this? Emily took a breath. This is Ryan, my boyfriend. The word echoed like a gunshot. Victor stood slowly. A faint smile on his lips. Boyfriend. Ryan stepped forward. Problem. Victor's eyes darkened. You're in the wrong place. Ryan shrugged. Doesn't feel like it. Hash clapperboard scene 7, power collision. Jonathan Carter slammed his glass down. This is unacceptable. Emily turned to him. No, what's unacceptable is forcing me into something I don't want. Victor stepped closer. You think this changes anything? Ryan answered before she could. Yes. Victor looked at him carefully. You don't know who you're dealing with. Ryan's voice was calm. I don't scare easily. Hash clapperboard scene 8, the warning. Later that night, Victor caught Ryan outside. This isn't about her, Victor said quietly. Ryan folded his arms. Then enlighten me. It's about power, influence, control. Ryan smirked faintly. Sounds like my kind of problem. Victor stepped closer. You're out of your depths. Ryan didn't move. Try me. Hash clapperboard scene 9, something real. Days turned into weeks. The act became natural. Too natural. They laughed. They argued. They shared silence that didn't feel empty. Emily began to see the cracks in Ryan's armor. The way he checked exits instinctively. The way he barely slept. The way he never truly relaxed. One night she asked softly, What happened to you? He stared ahead. Things I don't talk about. Why? Because they don't stay in the past. Hash clapperboard scene 10, the line BLURS. It happened slowly. Then all at once. A touch that lasted too long. A look that meant too much. A silence filled with things unsaid. One evening on the balcony, Emily spoke. This isn't just an act anymore, is it? Ryan didn't answer immediately. Then, no. Her heart raced. Then what is it? He looked at her. Complicated. Hash clapperboard scene 11, the shadow RETURNS. The black SUV appeared without warning. Ryan noticed instantly. We're being followed. Emily's pulse spiked. Victor. Most likely. The car stopped behind them. Doors opened. Men stepped out. Not random. Organized. Dangerous. Then Victor stepped forward. Smiling. Hash clapperboard scene 12, the truth. You really thought this was about marriage, Victor said. Emily froze. What do you mean? You were leverage. Ryan stepped forward slightly. For what? Victor's smile widened. Your father's empire. Everything clicked. This wasn't about love. It never was. Hash clapperboard scene 13. The fight. Everything exploded. Ryan moved first. Vast. Precise. Controlled chaos. Every strike calculated. Every movement efficient. But there were too many. Emily watched, heart pounding, until she realized something. He wasn't just fighting. He was protecting her. Every second. Hash clapperboard scene 14. The turn. Sirens cut through the night. Police. The attackers scattered. Victor stepped back slowly. This isn't over. Ryan stood firm. It is tonight. Hash clapperboard scene 15. Aftermath. Silence filled the room later. Emily looked at him. You could have left. Ryan shook his head. I don't leave people behind. She stepped closer. This started as a lie. He nodded. But it's not anymore. Hash clapperboard final scene. Truth. She looked into his eyes. Then what is it? For the first time. Ryan hesitated. Then quietly. It's real. Hash studio outro. Sometimes, the people we hire to protect us end up changing our lives. And sometimes, the strongest love is the one that was never part of the plan. Hash clapperboard end.